So I was very happy to be asked to do this, and I was thinking, what am I going to go ahead and talk about? And so I was thinking that this has been the question on everyone's mind. So I'm going to answer it finally for y'all today. Go back several years, and here I am in the 9th grade, and I'm watching the high school production of The Miracle Worker in the cafeteria. And I was sitting there with about 700 other students, and yet at that moment I was the only one in that room. And at that moment with that production, it was so immaculately done, and everything was so on point, that I said to myself, I want to do that. So the following year, I did just that. I went into the drama room, and I auditioned for the trip to Bountiful. 2 tickets to Layton. Yes, sir. Thank you. Traveler number 1, you never forget your first part, ever. And I got it. And I was very excited. But the best part of that whole experience was Charla Little. She was the drama teacher. She was the only drama teacher in the building. She taught all levels of theater. She did the school plays. And that was my inspiration for coming in front of you today. She would tell us when we were good. She would let us know when we were bad. And she didn't care who was around. She didn't care what, because see, in Texas, it was all competitive. It was football, and then as soon as football was over, it was UIL, one-act play competition. And when I say that school prided itself on those 24 kids who would go and represent, they prided themselves. I remember the entire school being let out to greet the bus when we came back from winning states, and you have no idea how that feels to be one of those 24 kids. And she would tell us, though, at competition day, darling, I love y'all, but because I love y'all, I'm going to let you know they are not calling your name today because this performance was just a little bit off. She was right every single time. And when she didn't tell us to be prepared not to hear our name, we heard our name. And when she told us we weren't going to hear it, we didn't hear it. But she was when I said, okay, I want to be a teacher. Oh my gosh, I want to be the Charla Little of a school. I want to have the really cool theater office with all kinds of memorabilia from my kids and shows that we did. And I want to have a really cool classroom, and I want to teach all the things. And here I am, 21 years later, being able to do that. So what I would say to you today is, remember and reflect proudly on your Charla. Remember that person, because one day, ladies and gentlemen, you too will be a Charla. And see.